Hey guys, have you ever wondered what the number one relationship deal breaker is? Well, it's not much of a secret because I think we all know it at our heart. We really know deep down what that is. So I'm going to tell you what that is, and we're going to talk about how to fix that. So if you'll please hit like and subscribe and uh, share this with anyone you think might help. And let's get into it. So, the number one deal breaker that we have in relationships, or at least in my world, the number one deal breaker is respect. I know it sounds really simple, right? When we treat each other with respect, we are going to have good relationships. When we treat each other with disrespect, it will fall apart. And I'm not just talking about our love interest relationships. I'm talking about all relationships, that we need to treat everyone that we meet with respect. Now, that does not mean that you feel respect for everyone. There are people that you think, that person has certainly not earned my respect. But it's not about whether or not you feel respectful. It's how you treat them. And when you treat people with respect, then it's not going to guarantee that they're going to treat you with respect also, but it will certainly improve your odds. So the thing that you want to know is that respect is something you have to practice every day with everyone you meet. And the more you practice it, the more it becomes just part of who you are. You do it, whether you feel like it or not. And respect doesn't mean that you agree with someone. To treat somebody with respect and listen to their point of view does not mean that you agree with them. I can disagree with someone respectfully. That doesn't mean I yell at them and tell them that they're idiots. I want to make sure that I treat them with respect even if I disagree, or maybe especially if I disagree. Now, something that a lot of people and parents fall into this a lot. Some people somehow believe that respect is equivalent to fear. And honestly, that has absolutely nothing to do with respect. If a parent rules with an iron fist, with that authoritarian kind of brutality, that the children are simply afraid of them, or their wife or their husband is simply afraid of them, then they may behave in what is deemed an appropriate fashion because they are expected to behave that way. But that is not the same as respect. And at the end of the day, that person who ruled with fear rather than treating people with respect becomes a villain. That person is not mourned when they're gone. I know a particular subject, a person in my own life who was so brutal that when this person died, someone asked one of his grandchildren what she thought. How do you feel now that your grandfather's dead? And this person, without missing a beat, simply said, I'm glad he's dead. Oh, that's chilling. But that's because he never earned her respect. He never treated her with respect. And so while she basically stayed out of his way, and she may have treated him with respect, he never treated her with respect. And therefore, when he was gone, he was not mourned. So no, Fear is not the same as respect. But on a brighter note, I will say that when we treat our children with respect, then we can demand the same from them. I treat you with respect. I expect you to give me the same. We model that behavior. That's how children learn to respect. If you want your children to say please and thank you, then start saying please and thank you yourself. Don't just require it of them. Model that behavior. Treat everyone with respect. When I work with the horses, there's a training video that was done by a very well-known, popular horse trainer who talks about getting respect from the horses. And yes, that's important. The thing is that respect doesn't always seem to go the same way. I believe I have to treat the horse with respect. When I treat the horse with respect, that horse is going to be a much calmer animal and more trustworthy in the end. And everybody needs a 1,200-pound animal to be trustworthy. Now, another thing about respect is that I cannot accomplish this task of treating other people with respect unless I am able to regulate my emotions. If I am bent out of shape, if I'm very angry or very nervous or very frightened, then my emotional regulation is in disarray. And I cannot be respectful. So that means I also have to practice regulating my emotions. I have to practice calming myself down in the moment. I have to practice taking a time out. I have to practice taking a deep breath. I have to practice walking away when I need to walk away so that I can always be respectful. I said that respect is a game changer. It's a deal breaker. It is something that if we do not treat each other in our relationships with respect, those relationships will ultimately fail every time. And it's a very sad day when you say you love someone very deeply, but then you treat them very badly. Remember, that love can be killed. You can destroy a relationship if you are disrespectful. Oftentimes, I've heard it said that, when we get married, we say, I love you, now change. And that's wrong. I would agree with that statement broadly. But there's one thing I think we need to all change in ourselves. And that is we all need to learn to act more respectfully toward each other. When you do that, your relationships will be much stronger and you will ultimately be much happier. All right. Please remember, RESPECT, just kind of like the Aretha Franklin song. I'd play it, but gosh, I might get blasted for copyright infringement. So go find it. The respect. All right. Catch you guys next time. Please hit like and subscribe. See you later. Bye.